Live from KTIV, this is SportsFource Extra.
Welcome back, folks, to the first SportsFource Extra of 2024. I'm Jason Moeller, and I'm joined by everyone's favorite Nebraskan, Irvin Dolman. And Siouxland, we've got quite the show in store for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can say that. Action on the court and the mat and the ice will all be coming your way here shortly, but we'll start on the court with a rivalry right over the river.
Yeah, that's right. The Bishop Milan Crusaders, they're looking to open up the second half of the season on the right foot, but they'd have an upset-minded South Sioux City Cardinal squad in town, and let me tell you, when the Cards cross the river, you never really know what might happen. However, about 20 seconds into the game, Heelan works around to Matt Noel and Irvin. In case you didn't know, Noel, he's from Timbuktu. He slams this one down, and that'll get the scoring started. Later in the first, we're used to this. Quinn Olson threads the needle here to Sean Schaefer for two. That puts Heelan up by 11. Cardinals, they're looking for something, and tell you what, Preston Blackhawk might find it here. He dribbles over after making a move. He'll hoist and tickle a twine to cut into the deficit. However, Heelan out on the break, and look at this. Olsen with a behind-the-back pass to Bo Chamberlain, who finishes at the rack, and the Crusaders win 75-26. Over to Lamar's, where the Bulldogs are taking on the Tornadoes for senior night. We'll pick things up in the first quarter here. Braden Dreckman dishes it to Tate Murphy Jr., who gives it right back for the corner three. That's a good little bucket there for the Bulldogs. Storm Lake looking to answer. Carson Lohman, he's going to give the ball to Cameron Boyd. Boyd, he'll drive in and take this thing all by himself. Look, a little reverse layup action, and the one free throw is good. Later on, Tornadoes find themselves out on a fast break. Here's Jaden Kuhn firing it up to Lohman. He'll give it right back for the slam. But it would not be enough. Lamar's wins a nail-biter 59-58.
Now over to the girls' side now, having senior night there as well. We'll pick up things in the first quarter. Sarah Brown finds Lexi Hurd under the hoop for an easy 2 points right here. Now Lamar's is leading, but Storm Lake, well, they would answer. Maddie Raveling swings the ball here to Avery DeHaan for the pick and roll and dish into Adia Yanga for the bucket. But the Bulldogs would be too much for the Tornadoes. Meta Scott, we hear that name all the time here. Lexi Hurd finds Lexi Hurd, and that's another easy bucket as Lamar's wins this one 58-44. Now over across town in Lamar's, Galen Catholic taking on Hinton. We're going to pick things up in the first. Dylan Lubin, he's going to dish it over to Trevor Teal, who then gives it right back to Lubin, and he takes it all the way up for the layup. Later on now, it's going to be Hinton looking to answer. Will Hegstrom, he's going to find Logan Lempema for the and one, and the free throw is also going to be good as well. But the Jays would be too much. Nolan Teal, he's going to dish it to Landon Reuter, who gives it right back to Teal here for the pull-up Jay. And speaking of Jays and pulling up, well, they pull up with a victory 62-43.
Let's head on over to the girls' side. We'll pick things up right around the first quarter is where we'll start. Hinton working the ball around. However, it's stolen by Larissa Poland, who fires the ball down court to Raziah Sitzman for the layup. Later on here, Galen trying to keep the momentum alive here. Off the inbound to Sitzman. It's again her who gets into the lane. She's fouled. She'll pick up the hoop and a harm on that one. However, Hinton, they had other plans in the second half. Cadence Peters gets stripped. She'll find Ashlyn Kavarna, and Kavarna takes it all the way in for two. Blackhawks just too much in the second half. Hinton wins 64-35. Down to Wakefield, little girls basketball action here. Trojans up big on the Waltell Blue Jays. This three ball from Aylin Ruhr, that's going to extend their lead even further. Now Ruhr, he's making an impact late in this one. She'll drive into the defense this time. Jump stop. Tell you what, late banking hours in Wakefield. Trojans cruise to a 74-28 victory.
Out to Wakefield for some boys action here. We're going to be winding the clock down to halftime. Ethan Parker, he gets the layup to fall as that buzzer sounds. He jogs off the court. He gives the camera a little point here. Lets him know he wants to be on KTIV SportsFource Extra. Now Blue Jay inbounding the ball here. It's going to be a corner three. This time Adrian Phillips knocks it down. Now Walt Hill is the one cruising in this matchup. It's going to be Hugo Parker with a good look at the three ball here. He wets it. but the Blue Jays weren't done there. One more highlight here, as it's going to be the Blue Jay defense leading to offense. Parker with a big layup, and the Blue Jays would hold off a late Trojan push and take a 46-42 victory. Now down the road to Pender, where the Pendragons hosted Wynot in some boys basketball action. Alex Roth will find himself open in the corner with the good lady this time for the Blue Devils, looking for an answer. He's going to feel like a little bit of Chef Curry. Nobody wants to guard me. I'm just going to shoot it. What happens when you shoot it? It goes through. And Beckman, well, he wants one more highlight out of this. He's going to be using his teammate, breaking the press, and getting that layup to fall. This one kind of low scoring, but Pender wins 35-33.
Good basketball action there, Irvin. But for 55 years, teams have been battling on the wrestling mats down in Windside for their annual invite. And you know what? You were there, Irvin. So how about you take us through these highlights?
Yeah, absolutely, Jason. From 10 a.m. until later in the evening, 12 teams were battling on the mat. We're going to start here with a kid from Battle Creek, Nick Kreckemeyer. Wrestling with no hands, he's going to get a takedown and a pin. What a story right there. Really inspirational as Battle Creek picks up a big victory there. Now later on, we're going to have Cedar Catholic picking up a victory here with Brady Hochstein. He raises his hand. He would go on to take first place. And now more Cedar Catholic action as Cale Korth picks up a pin over Randolph's Gavin Wortman. Now in the finals, Korth would pick up a first place victory over Landon Monteith from Tri-County Northeast. Jace Rosenkrantz here for O'Neill St. Mary's gets a big takedown. He would eventually get a pin right here and take first place in 175 with a fall victory over Sam Degas. Now back to Cedar Catholic. This time it's Bodie Hochstein. He's going to get a takedown over Stratton Selland from Windside. Big takedown right there. Hochstein eventually gets the pin right here and takes first in the 126 weight class. Now in 157, Aiden Dozal gets a huge takedown right here, drives his opponent into the mat and take a victory and take first place. Now capping us off in 138, it's Cooper Beamer from Windside. He gets control for 2 points, but it wouldn't matter because he would eventually get a pin, and Beamer picks up the big win for the Wildcats right.
Bodie Hochstein, 126 first place. Arlington Cedar Catholic. SportsFource Extra. We'll be right back.